Alrighty. It's finally that time. Time to reveal all but two of the Barrett-Jackson Cup Series cars. Yeah. We'll wait for a few people to get here and then we'll dive into it. I will point out there are two that I'm still waiting on, however. I've waited long enough. I think we've all been waiting long enough. So instead they're going to have replacements. I'm going to get into that in just a moment. But man, already people flowing in here. And indeed I do have 150 subs and I've had an idea. Show me last. Rigged. I didn't even get to it. I'm not losing. You're not even we're not even racing. Oh my gosh. However, we are going racing tonight. Plan is 8 o'clock, Daytona 500. Yeah. You haven't even... Oh dear. But, yeah, we'll wait. When the series start? Tonight? Well, if you think about it, 3 hours, 10 minutes. I think is the proper number. The thing is, actually, Nab, the two of your cars are unfortunately the two that I'm still waiting on. But the 14 is ready. The 13 and the 90 have temporary replacements, but we'll be racing tonight. Sign-up's already done. Like, yeah, they were done back in November. This is a team sign-up thing, which here I think if we have enough people here, let's yeah. Okay. But do be aware, yeah, you've got, there are going to be replacement cars for your team tonight. If I don't get those cars between now and, yeah. This is a team sign-up thing, it's different. Trust me. So anyways, man, 13 watching and already this thing is exploding. Forgot the series started in November. November 26th. Team and driver signups both took place on that night. And finally, we're getting ready to get it going. Can you switch from the 9 to the 8? I guess. You're the team owner, so I suppose so, but don't be, okay, this is another thing. Do not be asking to switch rides on your own team after tonight's race. Because after that will completely mess up, the standings, and yeah, you would lose your points that you earned in that car, just so you know. So anyways, man, we got enough people here, so I say we get into it, shall we? Before we start, I do want to send a shout out to TJ Hanley, Code Luigi, Rob Evans, and Carter Friesen. Still waiting on the cars that he needs to send me, but I want to send a shout out to them. They have helped me make some of these schemes. Big time thank you to them. So anyways, let's go. We got the Rut Racing number 0, driven by Derek Hamill. The Pennzoil Chevrolet. Obvious inspiration from Steve Park's old scheme. I don't really like the 9 paint scheme that much. Okay. Stuart Friesen unfollowed me. Well, he's a busy man, I imagine. Still going here. Zach Ryan Motorsports, one of actually 2 team owners who are not driving. But this is driven by Alex Earnhardt, the number 1. Cherry Coke, PlayStation Chevrolet. Whole mess of things. You didn't tell me about this? Bruh. Johnny. What up, man? Well, let's see. I think signups for this was probably about 6 days after the North Wilkesboro truck race. So at the time, I don't even know if I was in the was I in the Facebook group yet? I don't even know. So I didn't even think to do so, but that's all good, man. But good to see you here nonetheless, Johnny. It's always good having you here. But anyway, yep, that's number 1. Inspiration from Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s winning number 8 Pepsi 400 car from 2001. Roger Racing number 2, driven by Jason Seed, also Chevrolet. This was made by the team owner himself, Roger Ray, aka Code Luigi, and a big time thank you to him there. Give me a one-off. Well, let's see. Ask one of the team owners, then then we'll see if you can get it. But no, for real though, if you do want to be in a series, I'm afraid that all the spots are filled in every series. But if by chance someone does get removed or steps away or something, I'll certainly think to ask you. And we shall see. This is offline after all. But yeah. Will there be a season 2? That remains to be seen. That car looks awesome. Yeah, he did really, really good with that. I think that is really dang cool. Keep going here. The SSC Autosport number 4, driven by Daniel Alvarez, Can-Am Ford. Alright, bud. Thank you, man. Also, I'll just point out, looking forward to Kentucky. And also looking forward to seeing you, hopefully, if you're racing on Saturday for Almra. I'm looking forward to that as well. You can have your Powerade ride. Say what? Are you sure? Oh, by the way, before I forget to mention it, this game, TJ Hanley, the creator of it. Just throwing that out there. So you are stepping out of the 13 and Johnny Gardner to the 13. Am I correct? I just want to be absolutely certain here that you're not just like saying this just for the heck of it. If you're legit, then I'll make the change. And then I also just need to get Johnny's approval. Johnny, if you would... Whoa, thanks, man. Yeah, that would be... It's from the 2009 mod. It's Max Pappas's Geico number 13, if you know what I'm talking about. That is the car. But, yeah, if you want in it, it's all yours. You're a kind man, Mr. Kennedy. I did not mean to make a wrestling reference there. As we're still going here, the Zydo Motorsport number 5, the Chuck E. Cheese's scheme. This is Toyota. This is... I had a tough time with this scheme. This one may get a second one. This one may get a second scheme later on, just because I feel like this one doesn't look all that fantastic. But yeah, we'll see. Mister, or I watched him when it was Anderson. That's what I remember. So Johnny Gardner to the number 13. I'll try and remember to put that in then once we're done here. But thank you, man. And yes, I think. Is there a 77? Why can't I remember? There isn't. You have the 79. Unless I didn't put it on the roster or something, but I don't remember there being a 77. But yeah, I'm just going off the list that I was seeing. Anyways. yeah, that's what you're on. But anyways, keep going here. Full Frontal Motorsports. That is William Brock's team. And this is his car, the number 7 Home Depot Chevrolet. Inspiration taken from the early 2000s. Tony Stewart, number 20 from the time. Sorry, it's been a long time, honestly. Yes, it has. And that's why we're just now getting to it. I thought you weren't going to donate some... I thought you weren't going to donate some foo-foo. Foo-foo. Go on the 27, the 11, and one other. The other one is the 04 for the team that you're referring to. I can't get the schemes done tonight. Can you please let me paint them tomorrow? That is just fine. Like I said, I do have temporary replacements. The 13, Casey Mears number 13, and also a temporary number. It's just a blue number 90 for tonight. But that's only for tonight. But you are just fine. That's an airplane. Flying overhead. I'm going really slowly here, but just wanted to give you all a shot. Now, this was going to be Zachary Fitzwater. It is now going to be Colton Yeo, which let me make this change really quick before I forget. Colton Yeo is number 8. Whoopsie. The mellow yellow scheme. When you when you realize I'm like a legend to these people. I will say, on Google Hangouts, I have told them a lot of stories about you, and they'll tell you. I've told them a lot of good things about you, saying that you're a pretty fun dude to race with. Which, oh my gosh, that battle at Amra, that was fun. At Daytona. Even though you got me. But yeah, these people just see Johnny Gardner. It's like, woo, the league owner. So that is Colton Yo's number 8 for Yobo Motorsports, and Zachary Fitzwater will now drive the number 9 Mentos Chevrolet for the same team. Zachary Fitzwater. This will also be the first start for Johnny Gardner in the history of this channels, I guess, or these channels, I should say. Actually, your other number is, I'm trying to remember, 55, I think. But yeah, this will be Johnny Gardner's first start since Powerade Season 1, when he drove the number 7, and then of course when he freaking OP'd in the old Batum Pro Series. He won 4 of the 6 South races, which, come on! We need to add me to the Hangouts at some point, because I'll give you a lot of stories about me. If I can find you, Hangouts is one weird thing when it comes to add new people. I probably need your email address. That's it. That's the only dang way. You can only add people through their with their email now. I can't like just put in Kazowski Fan 2 and boom, you're going. 10. No way, it's 55. Yep. And now for the first car that has 2 schemes. This is the secondary, the 00 for Christian Parker and Monster Motorsport. This is the secondary scheme. The primary, well, obvious. Obvious inspiration is obvious. But I feel like it came out rather well. This is for Monster Motorsport, owned by Diego Yepes. Look at this beast. And we got 2 of them. This is the secondary. This is the primary. Message you on Facebook, my email. Sure thing, man. I will point out, though, if I'm going to add you to some of these groups, be ready for craziness. But I'd be happy to do so. And I'm sure they'll enjoy having you. Anyways, next car with 2 schemes, the Rut Racing 02. This is the secondary, made by yours truly. And then the second one, made by TJ Hanley. This is the primary scheme, the Mountain Dew 02 Chevrolet. And be ready for corruption! Oh, Johnny's already kind of corrupt, trust me. Welcome to hell, population 15. Try more like 35 in one of the groups. Yeah. That's about how many people in some of these groups. But yeah, I'll add you to BGE. I'm sure they'll approve. But if at any point it gets too crazy for you, that's all good. Because I won't blame you. I will not blame you. The first of the East Coast Motorsport cars, the 04 Arby's Ford. This one driven by Jonathan Jurg, or Jurge. I don't know how you pronounce that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. Also made by me. The first of the East Coast Motorsports cars. The second Monster Motorsport entry, the number 10. This is Diego Yepes, the team owner, the driver. This scheme was made by Rob Evans. Just made it last night, and a big shout out to him. Thank you very much for that, man. Reaching a population of 36. Pretty much. Pretty much. Hey, there's, speaking of Jonathan, here, I'll go back to the scheme that you got. Here's the scheme that you're driving. Yeah. So that's the number 10. Good, really good. Yeah, you can thank Rob Evans for that one. Next up, the YouTube Ford for Matthew Hartford and East Coast Motorsports. I don't know why I decided to go with that one. I mean, it came out good, but for the sponsor, I don't feel like that scheme matches very well. But, it looked, it had yellow on it at first, and then I changed it, so. So yeah, I think it came out at least okay. But for the sponsor, I think it looks a little strange. I don't know. was expecting to rent a white car, but I kind of like it. Inspiration from an old Mark Martin scheme. I don't know why I decided to do that, but it came. I mean, the scheme itself actually, I think, came out okay. So I'm glad you approve. Anthony's car looks amazing. Thank you, sir. That was also made by me, as was this one, the Salem Point Racing number 12. Team owner Evan Hunter is driving this one. The Liftmaster Toyota, number 12. Pretty simple. I'm a very simple man. Now, the 13 has not been made yet, so for this one race and one race only, Mia Leathers will be driving the Casey Mears Geico car. Just for tonight. Tonight only. And then, once I get the schemes, then, that will be the main one to run. But just for tonight, this is going to be Mia Leathers' scheme. Driving for Nabcats. Speaking of Nabcats, Cody Smart's number 14 Amiibo Chevrolet. This car has gone through 3 different drivers already before the season even started, and looks like we finally settled on Cody Smart, the driver. Pretty simple, but yeah. I have a lot of children. Well, as it would appear, indeed. So that is E14. Sent to me. I have to download Hangouts on my iPad. You like saying LOL a lot, don't you? Well, then again, so do I. I say it a lot too. So you're all good. But thank you, man. I'll be sure to get right on that then. Zach Ryan Motorsports second entry. Xavier Griffin, the driver of the number 18 NOS Chevrolet. Simple orange and blue. Because plain simple, there is no way that I could remotely replicate Kyle Busch's scheme, which I will admit looks absolutely awesome. Wait, I'm a father? Apparently, I was unaware of this. And then there's 2 number 19s. We're going to ignore this one because it looks so bad. I don't even know why I have that on the roster. Here's the main one. Zach Ryan Motorsports number 19, PlayStation Chevrolet. Driven by Matthew Phillips. Oh, jeez. Hang on a sec. Wait. Oh, sorry about that. I just got a couple of cheese sticks. I think his mom walked in. No, that was actually my sister giving me a couple of cheese sticks. And when I said hang on a sec, she asked if I was well, never mind. Hi, censored. She asked if I was naked, just as a joke. But anyways, that's the 19. You did hear that? I knew it. I knew it. I only got 2, so I need a napkin or something. Anyways, let's keep going here. Final Rut Racing entry for the team owner himself, Joe Rutkowski, and the number 20 Gatorade Chevrolet. This one came out pretty dang nice. Spent quite a bit of time on this one, and he definitely expressed his approval. And yeah, boy. So that is the number 20, and then we got 2 schemes for the 21. Both of these were made by TJ Hanley. This is Salem Point Racing. So while Andrew is discussing rides, let's take a break for identification. Ask me anything. Yeah, if you want to ask Johnny anything you want, spotlight's on him. He loves the spotlight. I'm just messing with you. So I'm going to take a bite of this cheese stick really quick. Oh, that's pretty good. Usually not a fan of cheese sticks, but those are really good. So this will be the secondary. Here is the primary. The Sprite number 21, TJ Hanley, the driver. We interrupt this program for being your top being interrupted. Wait, these are the old Toyotas. I know. It fits with the mod a lot better, and there is the 2018 Toyota for this mod. However, the template is a lot. It's not nearly as good. I don't have as much to work with, so that's why I went with this one. And there's JJ's Reversals. Good to see you, man. Yep, TJ Hanley made this one as well. And it looks pretty dang good. I got a jet flying overhead here. Roger Ray, team owner, driving the 24 McDonald's scheme. He made this one himself. Yeah, there is no friggin' way I could do anything like this. I feel a one-off as a number 77 Ford for Gardner Racing. I am afraid that all 42 spots are filled, and yeah. But hey, you got the 13 now, which is pretty dang cool. Hey, that 24 is pretty good. Am I right? It's meh. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It actually looks fantastic. You did a great job with it, and I'm looking forward to seeing that on track. The 27 East Coast Motorsports, driven by Sean McKean, one of the co-owners of the team. Yeah, when I started this series, I said it's going to be 42 cars and no more than that, because I don't want there being weird stuff with qualifying. I just don't like that. I don't like people not making the field or whatever. I want it to be even for everyone, but but I do appreciate the offer. Now, before anyone asks about this scheme was meant to be inspired, or based off of, I should say, the actual Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 scheme. Yes, I had to try and convert that to onto a stock car, which, yeah. Yeah, no, it's all good, man. It's all good. You're a cool dude. I will definitely say that. I'm not BSing you when I say that you're probably one of the most fun dudes that I race with. I'm not just blowing smoke. Trust me. I'm being legit. You are a fun dude. As I take another bite of my cheese stick. First of the NS Racing entries, the number 28 Daniel Voiles Monster Energy Ford. I mean, what else can you say? Monster Energy. I'm excited to have Johnny Gardner join the BGE family. That will be something. That will be something. And that number font just fits perfectly on this thing. I love it. Ew, it's beautiful. It's Monster Energy. What do you want? Johnny Garner Fun Hour? Hey, all they know of you are just stories. And now that you're actually here, they're all like, ooh, the league owner. The league owner that Top's been talking about this whole time. Or Andrew, whichever you want to call me. Either one is fine. Just as long as you don't call me late for dinner. Corny jokes are corny. 2 Salem Point Racing entries for the 32. This is Dominic Anthony, the driver, the Hershey's Toyota. This is the primary car. And then we got the secondary one, another one of TJ Hanley's doings. Both of these are actually his, but just a little promotion there for him, which is totally fine. Monster Team doesn't have a Monster sponsor. Well considered. Yeah, that's true, but that's all good. Great and good. If you want to, I feel like it came out okay. I feel like TJ did okay on the 9, but if you want to, you can have it be a second scheme. And then the final entry for Yobo Motorsports, the number 33 Google entry, driven by Isaac Snyder, Chevrolet. Yeah, sure. Feel free, my man. As next up, we get to another full frontal Motorsports entry. This is the 36, driven by Nick Kennedy, the Delta Airlines Chevrolet. Number 36. It won't race much. No, it's going to be the secondary or primary. We'll see. Probably both will run some races. Either way. The Alphabet Company cars look like old Fords. Alphabet companies? I'm not exactly sure what that means, but the Michelle Simpson, number 37, also full frontal Motorsports, the final full frontal Motorsports entry, the Aaron Chevrolet. Obviously based off of Brian Vickers' 55. And the Daytona 500 just raced now. That will be in about... That will literally be in 2 hours and 50 minutes, the usual 8 o'clock Eastern time for when that will start. I still have to do some last minute track testing and make sure the sound mod is working properly. Rowe Racing, Alexander Rowe driving the number 38 for his own team. This scheme made by Code Luigi, and holy smokes is it beautiful. The Red Bull Toyota. Another beautiful job there. Yeah, 38 is also pretty good, am I right? I will definitely say it is exquisite. I love it. Great job, man. Well, we're only about halfway through here. I'm really taking my time here, aren't I? I'm gonna try and at least pick it up a little bit. Davidson Racing, the number 41 Ski-Doo Chevrolet, driven by Justin Leathers. Pretty simple. Also, Code Luigi made this one for his own team, Roger Racing's number 42, driven by Mitch Bretz. One of 2 Target cars, actually, in this series. Another fine work, my friend. Another fine job. The second Davidson Racing entry, the number 48 for Tom Jonas, the Polaris Chevrolet. Rumble and Monster will battle for the championship. That will be something to behold. I will admit that will be pretty cool. Zydo Motorsports, Jay Jefferson driving the number 55 Panera Bread Toyota. Also, the work of Mr. T.J. Hanley on this here paint scheme. Pretty good again, am I right? Luigi's at 24 based off Kyle Larson's 2016 Martinsville truck. Okay, I mean it came out fantastically. That's for sure. Got 263 here. 263s here. Jeez, words. Ben Kraut's driving the 63. This is the first of the 2 Tax Slayer cars for Rowe Racing. This one will probably be the secondary. This one will probably be the primary. Based off of Justin Allgaier. Right here. Max of 5 races for my scheme. Roger that. I'm going to be doing a 15 to 20 lap test stop motion with 16 cars in it. Sign-ups will likely be tomorrow or Saturday. Roger that. Roger that. Google Hangouts is installed. Time to party! And once I'm done here, I'll get that email, get you in there, and oh boy, get ready for the madness. It's going to be madness. The next SSC Autosport entry, Patrick Smith, team owner and driver for the 67 Shelby Performance. Ford Fusion. Also the work of TJ Hanley right there. Is there a chance that I can make a secondary scheme for the 55? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now I'm all open if you still want to make y'all still want to make any schemes for yourselves or for your teams. That is absolutely fine. I would make a secondary scheme, however I couldn't think of anything. So yeah, but if anyone else wants to step forward and make a secondary Delta Airlines scheme, number 36, that would be just fine. we need to make you a hedgehog. Oh boy, that will be something. And the final Zydo Motorsport entry, Riley Spurley driving the number 79 Taco Bell Toyota. What is the mod? Gen 6 BR15. These templates are 2016 though, just so you know. Yeah. Johnny's all over it. But yep, that is indeed, the template is from Big Evil Racing. As we keep going here, the final SSC Autosport entry, Jonathan Rains driving the number 83 Exide Batteries Ford. Also, DJ Hanley's working right there. And that thing is beautiful. Cody Young in the final Rowe Racing entry, the number 84 NASCAR Heat 2 Toyota. This scheme also made by Code Luigi. Elijah is Max the Hedgehog. Yep. That is Elijah. And now we come to the other Philo car. This is just the temporary. I know I only made it blue. That's all I did. This is only running tonight, just as a temporary. Norman Bickrow driving the number 90. This car will be sponsored by Sonic Mania for Nabcats, but just for tonight, since I don't have the scheme yet, this is what we'll be running. Just had to kind of whip something up in about 5 minutes. And this is pretty much what I came up with. Final Davidson Racing entry, Mark Davidson, team owner and driver. The number 96 Arctic Cat Chevrolet. Based off of a scheme that I made for someone else's series. Although that thing was on a truck. 84 is probably my least favorite one that I painted though. I mean, it came out pretty dang good. But I will say, in comparison to like the 24 or the 38, those are just off the chart. This one, I will admit, doesn't quite compare to those. Still good, though. Still good, no doubt. Anyways. 2 schemes for NS Racing's team owner, Nathan Stapleton. This will be the primary. We'll probably run all except the Daytona 500. This is the 97 Advanced Auto Parts scheme. This will run, again, all but one race. The Daytona 500 will be run with this one. And then, yeah, a little tribute thrown on the back there. And then the final NS Racing entry, the number 98 for Elijah Gordon, the second target car to be running. Hashtag Team Hannah on the deck lid for this car. Just seemed appropriate. But looks awfully throwbacky. The more I always look at this and I think, my gosh, that looks like a throwback, even though it isn't meant to be. But it just looks like one. Because I could seriously look into a Kozlowski Midnight style look. Since I've subscribed to Hannah, well, my parents think it's weird that there's a pretty good on my suggested videos. I would hope not. If any, I would hope they wouldn't find that weird. And finally, the final Monster Motorsport entry. This is the Riot Games number 99, driven by, oh boy, Byron Corbin. Oh, okay. I'm going to ask Diego about this. Byron Corbin is a fake name. I'm going to point that out. That is the name of a WWE wrestler. It took me a while to figure that out. And honestly, in all honesty, at the time, I didn't even know. That didn't even click to me. I didn't even realize that. But Byron Corbin is a pretty fake name, in my opinion. So, I mean, if you want to keep that, driver in there, that is just fine. But if not, do let me know, and I will be more than happy to oblige. But, yep. Quite literally just inverted. Oops. Barrett, not Byron. Oh, okay. I need to look at the... Did I get that right? Because if they put Byron Corbin... Okay, that was my bad. I'll have to make sure though if they put Baron or something in there, well then that would be really weird. Don't forget that. I mean the 13. The 13 already has a driver, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, I will point out, in all honesty, there are actually quite a few fake accounts in this series. I will be 100% honest. Which, in all honesty, would include Cody Young, Michelle Simpson. And I think like 1 or 2 others. There are some fake accounts in here. However, the team owners still let them in, so it was like, all right, well, why bother? Don't forget. I honestly don't. Oh yeah, the powering. Oh yeah. So anyway, those are all those games. Actually, let me do that now before I forget. It is COT, just so you know. Johnny Gardner, number 13. This is the car. And you'll be stepping into the season about... We'll head into the 4th race out of 18. But, hey, good to have Johnny Gardner back, a.k.a. the guy who was hacking the frickin' Pro Series, if you remember that. Because I don't even know if Johnny... I'm not 100% sure if Johnny knows about that, but, yeah, you were in the number 18 in the Pro Series where it was just like a little 6-race deal in the South Division, and you won 4 of the 6 races, and your worst finish was 3rd. Your worst finish was 3rd. So there's no. This is for the Powerade series because we've had a driver change. Nick Kennedy has stepped out of the 13, and Johnny Garner has stepped in. So yeah, that's the deal. This isn't quite like my old diecast series when I had 2 random COTs in there. Even though all the rest were Gen 4. Hashtag domination! Needless to say, you won the South Championship, but you actually did not win the overall championship. That was won by Justin Leathers, I believe. So yeah. So anyways, those are all the schemes currently. Again, still waiting on the 13 and the 90. I'll hopefully get those tomorrow, and those will be racing for the second race onward. And then, of course, it looks like some other people are going to be doing schemes, which is totally fine. Just whenever you're done with them, go ahead and send them to me at your own convenience. And I guess I'll just go ahead and iterate again. The first race, the Daytona 500, will be in about 2.5 hours from now, or 2 hours 40 minutes exactly. It'll be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And to those who don't know what hashtag Team Hannah is a good friend of ours who was the victim of pretty much a group online bullying, which we all witnessed right in front of our eyes. So we're just showing our support with the hashtag Team Hannah. So, yeah. And happy birthday, Michael. Hopefully you get a good birthday present tonight by maybe winning tonight's race in number 5. We'll see. I need to figure out which. I need to get all the schemes down. I need to get all those cars down to 42 for then. And yep, that's also Max Hedgehogs, aka Elijah's girlfriend. So yeah. Any other questions y'all got for me? Feel free to shoot them my way. Please don't bully me. I actually don't know what Team Hannah is. Nah, you're good. You're all good. It's not necessarily like an anti-bullying campaign thing. It's more like just to show your support to someone who has had that in their lives. Or shoot me questions. Dang it, Johnny, you stealing my spotlight, boy. No, I'm just kidding. As I'm going to take another bite of my cheese stick. Oh, yep. Yeah, I gotta check Facebook. Make sure I get his email. Gets question going. Gets question gun. What's the meaning of life? What's your height? I don't know. Randomness. These are really good. I wonder where they came from. I'm usually not a fan of cheese sticks, but man, these are good. Sorry. My paint scheme would be self-advertising like TJ's Chase Design's paint scheme. I'll probably run that as a secondary, but I'm fine with that. Especially since you'll be the one making it. That is A-okay. Where are they from? I honestly don't know. I'll have to go find out. I'm 12 but mentally 4. I'm 19 but I'm mentally 4. Like seriously, one of the things that makes me laugh the most is like certain sliming noises. Or the word dumpster for some reason. The word dumpster is just a funny word to me. See? I do have a sense of humor of a 4-year-old. Your team is Chevys? Yes, sir. What's the meaning of Johnny? The meaning of Johnny is a league owner who is very fun to race with, but also likes stealing the spotlight from someone. No, I'm just busting your butt. Are we all mentally 4? Probably. I should probably wrap this up here. Dinner's probably waiting for me downstairs. Plus, I got some track testing to do then to make sure everything is set to go for tonight's race. Also, Elijah, I want to send a shout out to Elijah there. He has sent me the sound mod that I will hopefully be using tonight. Hopefully, it all works properly. But if it does, we'll be using it tonight. Oh, and Johnny, I do know that there is a Kentucky test. I think Tristan told me that there is a I do know that there is. I think Tristan told me that there was going to be a Kentucky test tonight. I'm afraid I won't be able to make it to that for, well, obviously what we're talking about here. Sorry about that, man. I'm 21, but I act like a badass. So do I. I'm with cousins tonight. Oh, okay. As I finish off this cheese stick. Oh, we tested for the 100 sub race, not yet. I will start doing that after tonight's race, probably. Plus, also the fact that I've got a couple other things I gotta ask you about the racing for that, which could depend on how I test for it. So, but yeah. Hashtag add me to your hangouts or you're fired. I don't add you, and then you go into the TRL chat. I'm sorry to say that Andrew Miller has been kicked from TRL because he did not add me to Hangouts like he promised. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm going to wrap this up here. I'll go ahead and add you, Johnny. And then, Jay, what you can do is... I'm not sure if I have you on PM or on Hangouts or not. I don't think I do. But you can either try and find me on PM or... just send it in one of Joe's Hangouts, and I'm sure I'll find it. Either way is good. This is why I'm a funny guy, everyone. He is fun to race with. I will definitely say that. Although, my gosh, if he ever asks you, hey, you want to play Smear the Deer, say no, because he will annihilate you. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope to see you in 2.5 hours for the kickoff of the NRLOA Barrett-Jackson Cup Series. Finally! It was near Thanksgiving when we had signups for it. It is finally time to get it started. I'm looking forward to it. You all have a good one until then. And I'll get right on adding Johnny to BGE here. Thank you everyone. And I look forward to seeing you at the race. Until then. Take care, and bye for now.